What is going on, everyone? Happy Sunday, and hope everyone is doing awesome. Today we're going to be talking again about ISO-8 and ions, and this time we're going to be upgrading my Black Order as much as we can through to level 5 on their ISO classes. And I want to take a look at how many we can actually get up to level 5 without running out of ions, which is a particular discussion lately as we get to the end of this full Matrix event. I do want to say that over this past week, I haven't spent any ions in the store since I recommended against it, and I've been saving everything I've got since then just for these level 5 upgrades, which are very expensive, but we'll find out pretty soon exactly how costly it is. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, we're going to be starting off with Thanos, because when I sort by Black Order in my roster, he doesn't show up, which is really annoying. I wish there was some way that we could group these kind of characters together so that they would show up when you filter, you know, just like Namor in the Fantastic Four. Thanos doesn't get lumped in with the Black Order. So we're going to start off looking at his ISOs here. I've been farming quite a bit of these because there is two protectors for the Black Order team, him and Cull Obsidian. So I have been having to farm a little bit extra on the protector side, given that there is one extra member for that. Whereas blasters, there's no blasters on the team, so I've been able to throw that on my other characters from this event. So we're going to jump into the ISO-8 screen here. And I think I'm fine here on the left. Just looks to see if I'm blocking any of the stats here. So we're gonna upgrade to level 5. We're gonna start off with Thanos, and then I think we're gonna go for Proxima as my second character, and then we'll work our way down from there and see what we get. So currently I'm sitting at just about 400,000 ions. I have been doing, I would say, about 3 refreshes on my ions with the cores and the packs daily. I haven't been doing the full, I believe there's 4, you could do up to 4, and I haven't been doing that every day, but I'm doing about 3. We have a lot of energy to spend and a lot of cores to refresh energy these days, especially with the Scream event, and that's going to be another video for another topic to talk about, is how we're getting kind of power core crunched for that, and having to decide where we're putting our power cores for our energy. But that aside, so we're going to be checking out Thanos here. So he is currently level 4 Raider. I know there's been some discussion about whether or not Raider or Striker is better. I'm going to continue on with Raider. If I do decide, you know, to switch him to Striker, there is that option, obviously, but I do have to spend the ions to get him there. So you're going to have to work your way up from whatever level you're at in order to actually get him up to that class level. But at least the ion crystals aren't wasted. So as an example here, so it looks like about 20,000 ions to get to level 5, but if you see here on the screen, we are using level 3 crystals to fuse up, and the level 4 that we currently have equipped to get to the level 5. Now I believe one of these other ones here, this one here, so this is 36,000 because we're actually having to fuse up 12 level 1s, 14 level 2s, and then the level 4 that I have, because I think for this one, which is Protector Focus, I believe it's not, you don't actually get level 3s in the event for this. You only actually get level 1s and 2s rather than 3s. Some of the pieces actually don't give you level 3s, so for that reason, that one's going to cost more, whereas the rest of them seem to be about the same. These are the level 3s that we've been collecting through the full Matrix event, and that's why it only costs us 20,000. So the more lower tier crystals that you're fusing up, the more expensive it's going to be. So when the full Matrix event ends, and then we're just going back to collecting level 1 crystals for the most part, it's going to be costing quite a bit. We're probably, I think it caps out at 50,000. I think each crystal can go up to 50,000 to get to level 5 if you're only fusing level 1. So that can get really expensive. So hypothetically, you know, if we were just using, let's say that 50,000 ion cost, that would be 25,000 across the board. Fortunately, we're a bit lucky by having these level 3 crystals, so it's only going to cost me 80,000, 116,000 there for this set of 5, plus the class upgrade. But we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to fuse up here, get the bonus stats for all of that, and we'll be down about 116,000 ions. And then, of course, we're going to have to pay the cost to upgrade to Raider level 5. Now, people have been saying that, you know, the upgrade to Raider 5 is really not as good as some of the other ones, but I'm going to do it anyways. I know Striker does give you that extra 5, so you're going to get a total of 15% damage from Striker, and your ISO bonus attack is going to hit for 100%, which is a lot for Thanos, and I was actually advocating for Striker as well. I think that the difference in damage is minimal at best between the two, so I don't know if you're wrong either going Striker or Raider. You know, it could be just what you prefer the most. So for this since I'm already at Raider level 4 and Striker level 2, I'm going to have to spend more ions to get to 5. It might be something that I might change in the future, but for the moment, we're going to be going with Raider. So it's going to cost 50,000 more ions just to take up to level 5 here. If I went Striker, I would have had to pay the level 3, level 4, and then the level 5 upgrade cost. So that would have been, I think, about another 85,000 rather than the 50,000 here. So we're going to go ahead and do this anyways here and level up to Raider 5. And we get that boost, and we're maxed out for Thanos, so that's good there. There's nothing more to do now for Thanos, unless I wanted to change classes, which, again, is possible, so I will show that off, in case people don't remember or haven't tested this out themselves. So I do have level 2 Striker already. We can go back and go into Striker here, and that'll send us back to level 2 Striker. But again, if I want to upgrade to 3, 4, and 5, it's going to cost 15,000, 25, and 50,000. So that's another 90,000 that I would have to invest in just to get Striker up to 5, which at this point, right now, because we're in a bit of an ion crunch, that I don't really want to do that. So we're going to change back to Raider here. So already I'm down 160,000 ions. And I have in previous videos opened up those ion orbs. They're not very good. I think you get like maybe 50,000 ions or something. So we'll see. If I'm really crunched here, I might pick one up, but I really don't think that the offers are worth it. I did the ion crunch in a previous video as well in terms of the energy to ion ratio, and you're getting roughly around 40 to 50,000 ions a day, I'm pretty sure, something like that. So keep that in mind when you're spending your ions. This ion crunch right now is more relevant to the level 4s and level 5 upgrades, not so much on the lower tier upgrades. It's a bit slow, you know, you don't lose ions as frequently if you're just doing level 2s and 3s, but definitely you're going to see that a lot more when you're leveling up past 4, and definitely to 5 for sure. So we're going to go back to our black order, so now we can actually sort by black order, and that'll show the rest of them. So we're going to do Proxima 5th. Actually, I do want to check out one thing really quick. Cull Obsidian still at 3 because I was trying to get Thanos maxed out first, so it looks like we do have enough to get him to 4, I think, which is really important. And so the cost here is 10,000, 10, 10, 15, and 10. So again, for the same reason why this one here, the Protector Focus, costs more for Thanos, and that's because we had less of the level 3s, or in this case level 1s, 2s, and 3s. We're only fusing level 1s, and so the more level 1s you're fusing, the more expensive that's going to be. So to get him to level 4, that's going to cost me 55,000 plus the class upgrade. I might be able to get him and Proxima. I think this is going to be kind of important because you get an extra 10% health boost. So I think I'm going to do this here. And so that's going to cost 20,000, 30,000. I might have to buy an ion orb. That's 45,000, 55,000. And then the class upgrade. Currently, right now with Cull Obsidian, we are Striker. In the future, I may change when we get to level 5 with him. Maybe to Fortifier. He's pretty slow though, so I don't know if he's going to really benefit from that. He doesn't take that many turns, even in Arena, you know, probably only a handful of turns, and I don't know if that's going to make a huge difference. I think I'd rather boost his damage, and for that reason, I think, even though the Striker is just a single target and his, you know, on-hit attack doesn't do anything special, I think he's flexible. I don't think there's anything particularly you have to get with him necessarily. So we're going to upgrade Striker to level 4 just so we get the 10% max health, which I think is going to be a big boost for him. Again, another 25,000 cost, so we're down, what was that, 80,000 just for that level 4 increase. So, you know, that's not even a level 5. Even level 4s are fairly expensive, so definitely keep that in mind when you're working on the ion, or the ISO crystals. But that is going to boost his health a fair margin. And so we see that we did get another 10% boost out of that, so that is quite a bit, and that'll help me in the arena as well. So we're going to jump over to Proxima, and hopefully I have the islands available to do this next. Now, I am Skirmisher currently with Proxima, and the reason for that is at level 5 Skirmisher, you get a 50% focus boost, which is quite substantial for characters that are heavy on focus, who need the focus, and that would help them out in what they're doing. So because she's a controller and she applies a lot of debuffs and things like that, I want, and clearing positive effects, I want to give her Skirmisher level 5, and that's going to allow her to clear even more positive effects with the on-hit effect. So let's check out the ion costs here. 20, 20, 20, 20, 36, so this isn't as high, but it's fairly high still. And this is kind of like the Protector Focus. I imagine that because of the Full Matrix event, you're only getting 1s and 2s and not 3s. So that's a total of 116. I think we're going to be we're going to be a little short. I might have to buy an ion orb with cores, which is really unfortunate, but because I really need to get this done, that's probably what we're going to have to do, which means that Ebony Maw and Corvus Glaive are going to have to wait until sometime after the Full Matrix event when I fill up on some more ions to get them up to level 5 ISO. So that's unfortunate, but this is also what I wanted to showcase to you guys, that, you know, I've been saving since... well, really since ISOs came out, and I haven't been able to fully use the crystals that we've been given through the event to get my Black Order team up to level 5. So really, guys, you know, if you're wanting to take a team up to 5, save all your ions, don't spend them in the store. Whatever you do, do not spend them in that ions, the ISO store. It's a terrible deal. You know, you're spending 5,000 ions for one crystal that you can get through energy, and you know, your daily intake of ions is anywhere from 35 to 40,000 or somewhere around that range, and so you're really chewing up a lot of your daily ions by doing so. So we're gonna do this anyways and see how much short we are. Maybe I can spend some energy, but I'll probably just buy an orb just for simplicity. I have a lot of power cores anyway, so it's not a huge deal. It looks like I'm gonna be about 13-ish thousand short, and so I don't have enough ions to upgrade it, and it'll tell, where can I get these? Well, through the orbs. They want us to buy these stupid ion orbs, but because I really want to get this upgrade on this video today, I'm going to buy another one. This will be the second time I've bought one of these orbs. Maybe my luck might be a little bit better, but I don't expect it to be. So it's not a very good value, I think, for your ions, for your power cores, because with that 375 power cores, what else could you do with that? Well, I mean, you could refresh your energy 7 different times, you know, for 50 cores apiece, and you'd probably get, you know, just as much over that course of period, unless I get super lucky in this pull, but it's very unlikely. But we're going to do it anyways, guys, because I really need that ions right now. And it's green. So when it's all green, okay, so I got 54,000. So that's like just over a day's worth of ions for 375 cores. Not a really great deal, but for those who are really desperate, you know, that is available to you. So we're going to go back, and that gives us the 50,000 that we need to upgrade those crystals here, or to Skirmisher rank 5, and that's what we're going to do here. And so that gives you 50% focus here at the level 5, and clear 2 positive effects if they are vulnerable. And that's really big, especially for characters who can use focus. That's a lot of increase of focus. I do want to point out that it's actually 50% focus of your base focus. So this doesn't include things like red stars and Stark Tech and things like that. It's solely your base focus. There was a video that other content creators have put out that actually showcased this a bit better, I think using Carnage and some other characters. So it is indeed this 50% focus part, which I realize I'm in the way now, so sorry about that. That this 50% focus here that you get from level 5 is related to the base focus stat, not everything that's included like Red Star, Stark Tech, and everything else that boosts your stats. So we are going to get this upgrade here. Boom, we're level 5 Skirmisher now with Proxima, so we got level 5 Proxima, level 5 Thanos, and level 4 Cull, and I'm basically out of ions. I might be able to equip a little bit more. I'll probably go to Ebony Maw next, so I'm gonna move, I don't know, maybe I'll move myself in the middle. I don't know, I'll move myself here. And then we can check out Ebony Maw here and see how much that's going to cost him, and see how much of a deficit that we have right here. We're basically at the end of the event. I think there's maybe a day and a half left of the Full Matrix event by the time I'm recording this video. So we need 20,000, 20, 20, 20, and 36. So again, this is very like Proxima for the same reason. Level 1 crystals, level 2 crystals, those cost more to fuse up to level 5, and that's why the cost is there. So that's going to cost 116,000 plus 50,000 for the upgrade. That's 166. I'm going to try and keep that in my head here. And we're going to check out Corvus Glaive really quick and see if it's the same as well. So we're looking at 20, 36, 20, 20, 20. So that's another 166,000 times 2. If my math is correct in my head, that's 332,000, I think. So I'm at a deficit of about 280,000 ions. So that's another 5 or 6 days worth of ions before I'm going to be able to get them both to level 5. And so that is quite important to know, because, you know, I'm hoping that this balances out at the end of the event and afterwards, you know, that when we don't have this huge influx of crystals coming in, that maybe the crystal to ion ratio is a little bit better in that regard. But right now it's really difficult for us to get these upgrades. It's funny because they give it to us as a blessing, and yeah, in most cases, you know, it's good, but then they didn't really address the ion issue, or they expected us to spend, I guess, possibly, to get those ions so that we could actually fill these slots in. I don't know. I'm not going to say no to free stuff. Obviously, free stuff is free stuff through the event. But it's just funny how that ended up being the case. So we're going to... I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably I'll fill in the health, because that's kind of good. And we're going to fill in the focus, I think, as well, which is here. So we're going to do that, and then I'll end up filling this in when I have more ions, because now I'm broke. So I just wanted to bring that to your guys' attention again. I know this is the second time I've done an ion crunch video, but now that we've gotten towards the end of the full Matrix event, we kind of have an idea of what that's going to look like, especially if you're going to level up level 5 characters. I'll move myself back over to the side here. What do you guys think about all of this, and, you know, what do you guys expect going forward with ions and ISO crystals? What are your guys' strategy for this? Am I the only one who feels this is kind of a bit more of a crunch than I expected? You know, obviously I knew there was going to be some sort of bottleneck. I just didn't think it was going to be so evident so soon. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. And of course, that's the end of my video for just today. And if you enjoyed this, please smash that like button and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And of course, until next time, guys, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Boylan signing out. Alright, so I thought that the video was actually over, but when I went to my achievement section, I just wanted to show this off really quick. You do get these really neat achievements. Now, I accidentally claimed the other one. It was Equip 1, level 5 ISO, and you got 1,000 Mega Orb Fragments. There was another one behind this that actually showed 25 silver credits and 25 cores. Now, the cores aren't really that important, but the silver credits are kind of neat. So we're just going to click that and see if there's any others. Doesn't look like there is, so I just wanted to show that really... Oh, there's more down here, actually. Some more Mega Orb fragments, and maybe there's some more silver credits, silver promotion credits, and gold promotion credits behind that. Who knows? But just wanted to show that really quick for you guys. Alright, bye!